So it looks like Nicki Minaj is not about to let go of her beef with Lil Kim anytime soon, and she is still holding a major grudge after all this time. Deb Anteny tried to play mediator and settle the beef, but it only made the situation worse because Nicki called Deb out and dragged her for filth for spreading lies about Kim's relationship with Nicki. It looks like Nicki is still salty over her beef with Lil Kim, and she isn't going to let it get glossed over, so let's break down the situation. For those who don't know, Nicki and Lil Kim have had beef for a long time, starting from the time Nicki first got into the industry. At the time, Nicki was just starting out. Nicki released this cover picture for her mixtape titled Playtime Is Over, and many people felt like she was copying Lil Kim's picture for her album Hardcore, which was released in 1996. The pictures look kind of similar, but Nicki did put her own spin on it. So I think Lil Kim's album cover was more like an inspiration to her. Back in the day, there were whispers that Lil Kim was pretty mad, especially since she thought Nicki should have shown her some serious respect. At the time, Lil Kim was the reigning queen of rap, the ultimate diva in the game. So it's easy to see why she expected Nicki to bow down a bit. Nicki, however, was all about doing her own thing. She didn't feel the need to roll out any special red carpet for Lil Kim and kept doing her own thing. Naturally, this only fueled Lil Kim's fire, and one of the juiciest beef in rap history was born. Both Lil Kim and Nicki started throwing shade in their tracks. It got even spicier in 2010 when Ray J called Nicki a Lil Kim knockoff at one of Kim's concerts. Nicki didn't clap back herself, but Drake stepped in at a Nicki concert, standing up for her.
Say, I don't give a what Lil Kim or nobody else talking about. You the baddest chick that ever do this shit. Remember I said that. But I'm out this.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Anyways, we didn't hear much about the beef until 2018 when Lil Kim had an interview at The Real 92.3. She was asked about her beef with Nicki, and Lil Kim claimed that she was over the beef. Here's what she said.
God bless her. What she did, she did. But you know what? God bless her. I wish her the best. I'm past that. I'm over it.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard this, I didn't quite believe her. You and I both know celebs say stuff they don't really mean, especially when they've got an album dropping. Lil Kim had a new release at the time, so I figured she didn't want the Barbs to boycott and tank her sales. But then, in June 2021, Lil Kim dropped a bombshell claiming that she wanted to do a versus battle with Nicki Minaj.
Now I have to ask, right? We're not gonna say who against, but would you do a versus?
Yes.
You would do it?
Yes.
Oh, I see that. All right. Is there anybody that you would do it against, or are you just ready for anybody?
Nicki.
This showed that Lil Kim was ready to squash the beef, but unfortunately, it didn't quite work out that way. To be fair, Lil Kim did seem like she was moving past the situation, and she clapped back at Angela Yee when Angela tried to stir up more drama by bringing up some old drama after Lil Kim already said that she was moving on from the drama. For some reason, Angela thought that it was a good idea for her to post an old interview with Lil Kim where Kim talked about her beef with Nicki. In the interview, Kim says, "I personally think they, Cash Money, didn't want me to stand beside Nicki." I think Lil Kim felt that Cash Money didn't want her competing with Nicki at the time. It makes sense because Nicki was signed to Cash Money Records while Lil Kim was still in the negotiation stage. Prioritizing Nicki over Lil Kim was understandable from a business standpoint, but I totally get why Lil Kim found it offensive, especially since she was a much bigger artist at the time. I have to admit though, posting that on Facebook was in bad taste. There was no reason for Angela to stir up old beef, especially since both Nicki and Kim seem to have moved on. What was Angela hoping to achieve? It seems like she did it for attention, and she certainly got it because Lil Kim herself commented on the post. She wrote, "Why are we bringing this up? This interview is how many years ago? Like really, Angela Yee? This stuff is whack, but go viral." I totally respect Lil Kim for this statement because Angela was totally out of line, and somebody needed to put her in her place. Things have been kind of silent between Nicki and Kim until now. See, Deb Anteny recently revealed that she had been trying to fix things between Nicki and Kim.
Other female artists, would you ever be willing to try to get her to sit down with possibly Cardi B and Lil Kim to try to mend their differences? I would love to see that. I would love to see them all come together.
I think that we all would love to see that, but people would have to be willing to do that. And to be perfectly honest with you, she's gonna kill me for even saying this, but I did reach out to Kim. Okay, and so I think that one thing about me.
Nicki wasn't cool with this, and she read Deb to filth on Twitter saying, "Deb, isn't it funny how you left out the biggest part of the story? I didn't ask you to do a thing. You told me after the fact, and I screened on you and told you if you reach out to people now that you're being seen around me, they will think it's coming from me, so to never do that again without discussing it with me first. I said I'd never want that, and that now she think that message came from me, which is not cool." She continued, "So yeah, you laughed it off and said her and Foxy should come out. I said no. I'd only want Foxy to come out on stage with me. She's like family to me. No disrespect. God bless everyone and our children. Let us all do our thing and thank God for life. Stop using my name for clickbait in 2024. We get it. I'm that B. How dare you? Interviews? This world, man, this world. Love yourself deeply." Yeah, Nicki was not here for Deb trying to speak for her on someone she had beef with, and fans are with her on this. They left comments saying, "I get what Deb was trying to do, but she crossed the line. You can't try to mend something that she didn't break." Kim was rude and on her high horse every time Nicki tried to show love on her way up. They and had a funeral for Nicki, and she's the only one still successful. I believe Deb had good intentions, but Nicki been said, "We ain't making up. I don't need a mediator." And the fact that Nicki told her don't, and then Deb went along and partially spoke on the situation in an interview, makes her seem very messy. Respect the boundaries of others, especially when you say you love them. Anyway, guys, this drama is messy, and Deb was totally wrong for it, but y'all can drop your thoughts about this in the comments. Now, I know you guys like some messy celeb drama, so I think you should totally check out this next video because it is also messy.